As if having one Kirby Amiibo figure wasn't enough, Nintendo brings us a second one, this one for the Kirby line itself. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here, bringing you an unboxing video and review of this Kirby Amiibo figure. Before I get started, I do want to just mention my weekly giveaway. It's for this gold Mario Amiibo figure. Just simply be a subscriber to the channel, and also please just comment below what are your thoughts on the duplicate Amiibo, especially when there's slight cosmetic changes or something like this, like the gold Mario Amiibo figure. I'll be announcing the winner of that on Friday. Alright, let's get to this Kirby Amiibo figure. This thing looks actually better than the Super Smash Bros. One. However, both of them have the same functionality as far as I can understand. As long as you look at a game for the 3DS or for the Wii U and it says Amiibo compatible, you can use either or, and it should usually have the same effect from my understanding. Now the packaging for this one is clearly different. We do have the Kirby logo up there, as well as his name. Nice picture of Kirby in the background with a pop star up on the top right. You can see Kirby in his pose, but we'll get to more of that in a second. Now on the back, this game does tell you what it is specifically being released for, but I do think this could just be out for many Kirby games, but we'll see about that. You can use this Amiibo in Kirby Planet Robobot, which I actually haven't got my hands on yet. Also comment below, what are your thoughts on that game? Apparently it's getting pretty good reviews. I just haven't picked it up quite yet. Kirby gets a special copy ability, power up your play with the UFO ability. So that's the specific one you are going to get with this Kirby Amiibo figure. Everything else you know about the Amiibo figures already, so I'm just going to get to unboxing this. I also have my ruler here that I will use to actually get you the size of it. Now, the original Kirby figure for the Super Smash Bros. Line, I wasn't a huge fan of. I know Kirby's a very simplistic model and character design in himself anyways. However, there was a seam on him, and if you're going to make a really simplistic Amiibo like that, it was one of the earliest figures that they released. I think it was part of Wave 1 from my understanding. At least make it look exceptional if it's going to be so simplistic. Now, these figures are pretty expensive, especially where I live in Canada. They're actually, I think, 16 Canadian dollars right now. So that's a decent amount of money that you're spending on one figure alone. Just going to leave that in the background. But if you can find them for a deal, sometimes it's like buy two, get one free or something like that. So let's just pop this guy out of the packaging. Just leave the packaging somewhere towards the side, not really that important. Here we have the actual figure itself. So I'll just give you a really good close-up view of this Kirby figure. This one I do like better because at least there's more going on with this figure. He is on a star. He's from the planet Popstar. Took down King Dedede, and then he became, I guess, a resident of Dreamland. Now, the base of this does have stars all over it, but it is a little bit difficult to see because Kirby is covering up the majority of the base. He's in a kind of sweet pose. At least he's smiling. I think he's smiling. And he's also waving out. It's kind of interesting that the original character design of this was going to be yellow, and the developers were kind of arguing about what different color they were going to make it. Now, the bottom of the base is blue, so that's a very quick way to tell, obviously, that this is part of a different series. The Super Smash Bros. Series obviously has a black base, and then the Mario series has a red base. A few of the other ones have different bases as well. I think Chibi Robo is something like brown. I think the gold... No, I think the Wolf Link Amiibo is actually gold, and then the Mario 30th Anniversary Amiibo are green, but the Splatoon Amiibo base, I'm pretty sure I have a black base as well. So it all really depends, but this one, as soon as you see blue, you'll know that it's a Kirby figure. Now, to kind of give you a review of this, the seam work on this guy is much better this time around. There is still a seam that you can see right here, but it's much more faint in my opinion. Maybe that's just the piece that I got. On the star itself, you can definitely see a seam going around that star. The base, I mean, it looks pretty well constructed, but you can't really see what's going on with it because there are stars, but of course he's covering it up. The pose this time around is much better. So to compare this one to the other Kirby figure, he's obviously actually smaller in this case. He has the same pose on his face for the most part, but he does look like he's a little bit smaller. His feet are up a bit more. I can't really tell. His one foot looks like it's up a bit more. But the star really does do this more justice, and I think this is a much better Kirby figure. So if I was going to buy one of the two, I would be more inclined to buy this one, unless you were going for the complete set of Kirby figures or the complete set of Super Smash Bros. Figures. It really depends on what you're after. Now, if I were to actually give this a score compared to the other figure, I think this is much better. I'm not really sure about a score, but I think it's like pretty good. I guess I would give it like an 8.5 to a 9. I think they could have done a little bit better with this in some way. I don't really know how, but I think the seams especially could have been completely gone and you wouldn't be able to see them whatsoever. Let's actually get a sizing measurement of this guy. He is just over 2 inches tall, and for the rest of the world other than the United States, He is roughly, I guess, 55 millimeters tall, or 5.5 centimeters in height. What do you think of this Kirby Amiibo figure? I think he's pretty cute. He's pretty neat. The star makes up for it. There's a different colored base. I'm not really sure it was worth the $16 in Canada, but let me know your thoughts below. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket. Follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video. And hey, remember, as always, go collect them all. Keep smiling while gaming. Thanks for watching, everyone.